What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm here to talk about more misinformation and lies being spread in the modern gaming community dealing with COD and Battlefield. So let's get into it. Now, the main thing that I've heard people talking about is, oh, Activision's lying about their player numbers to, meet their shareholders and all that stuff. Oh, they're trying to meet a certain quota for their shareholders. Again, that can't be proven, and here's why. The problem with all of these modern games, if you're not playing on Steam, you can't track a physical player count. And not only does this lead to rage bait and misinformation, it shows that these companies don't want to show their overall player count on different platforms, which is a shady business to begin with. So first of all, with a game like Call of Duty, for how much the developers hype it up, right? You would think that they would want to show those numbers. Back in the day when I played on Xbox 360, if I was on Black Ops 1 or MW2, it would show me how many players were on the game. It would actually show you individual player counts based on which type of lobby you were looking to play in. If you were looking to play in Team Deathmatch, it would show you there's this many specific players in TDM only. And then at your main screen, it would show you the overall player count. Nowadays, you can't look at that, so people just speculate and they say stuff like, oh, COD's dead, even though it shows number 2 or 3 on console every year. I mean, you do have to realize, if it's showing number 2 or 3 on console, that means people are still playing the game. You do realize that, right? The only excuse that people can make with that is, oh, well, that's because Warzone's added in there. That makes no sense, dude. Warzone has lost a lot of popularity over the years. It's sucked way harder than a lot of the multiplayer experience has. And I understand Black Ops 6 was not very good, but Black Ops 7 fixed all the things that sucked in BO6. And the game is better despite it getting hate by basically everybody for no reason. So whether the game is truly dead or not, there's no way to tell that, because you can't track any sort of numbers anymore. Steam is not representative of all, players across the board. It's not the preferred platform for COD. Battle.net is, but you can't see the numbers on Battle.net. So it's impossible to tell how many people are playing it. That's why people go on, Twitch and Steam and say, oh, look, no one's watching it on Twitch, it's a dead game. Oh, no one's playing it on Steam, it's a dead game. Steam is not the preferred platform for Call of Duty. Twitch, how many people do you think really get on and watch COD on Twitch? Do you really think they do? I mean, because the answer to that is no, they don't. Twitch isn't even as popular as it used to be back in the day. If there wasn't a bunch of woke fucking wimps on there, maybe it would be. Go woke, go broke. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but that's just the way it works. I mean, and these idiots sit there and track on these old fucking forms of metric because that's all that there is. The only metrics we have come from that. But again, when you look at these console numbers, it does show COD in like 2 or 3 every single year. So even though you can't track the numbers, it's still pulling it up as a most played game. And what's the excuse for that, though, right? What's the excuse they're going to use for that? Oh, console players don't have as many games to pick from as PC players. Doesn't matter, because when it comes to FPS games, both Battlefield and COD are on console. They could choose between either one, or play both. But Battlefield is not near it. It's just a little bit above a top 10. It's not even close to the top spot. And this is the problem without showing numbers. If they would show the numbers, I guarantee you that no one would be saying all this crazy shit about COD. Because just because it gets a lot of hate online from YouTubers, that doesn't mean that the average player is not logging on and playing the game. Because Cold War got ripped to shreds. A lot of people were hating on Cold War, but when I played Cold War, keep in mind, I played League Play, I played Zombies, I actually didn't mind Cold War that much. The only part I hated in it was the sniping, because it was so fucking slow, it was abysmal. But I always found people to play with. I was always connected into a match relatively easily, and I met an entire squad of people to play with on there. Our lobbies were full every day. There was none of this, oh, it takes 20 minutes to find a match you hear all these streamers talking about. It's like, yeah, that it was like that for you because you're sitting there reverse boosting and you're trying to play with bots all the time because you can't get in there and just handle the competition because you're not really as good as you think you are. You think if you don't go 40-2 like your favorite streamer that you suck at the game, because that's the mentality that you have, because that's what modern Call of Duty players play like. Old school players, dude, we get on and have fun, and we don't really give a shit. You know, we're not gay, we're into banging chicks, we're just playing a video game, dude. It's not that serious. So sitting there and trying to use excuses like that's why the game sucks because you're not doing good in it is just even more of an embarrassment. You're that mad that you're not doing good in a video game, so you're basically gonna slander the entire game and say that it sucks because you fucking suck. Like, come on, dude. That people like this, they just aggravate me to no end, you know, because all this shit, I don't even know what to think anymore. Is the game dead? Is it not? Because that's all I see is people going back and forth on the opinion, but it's very hard to tell when there's no real form of numbers aside from Steam, and when Steam doesn't make the overall player count for a game like COD, then that argument's not really valid. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.